Whatever, you with another Ace Attorney video. Video. We're getting closer and closer. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his client when taking their request. He has never met any religious person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKeller's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. And he's sweating oil! Yeah. Could you tell me that you have played a game that wasn't Japanese, where you saw a radio sweating oil? Oh, God. Oh, God. Is it any wonder why I love Japanese animation? Oh, and don't you worry. I will be putting Resident Evil 9 Requiem whenever that comes up, as well as Silent Hill 1 remake. I'm looking forward to that. Although something has me wondering. So there's a difference between the Japanese version and the North American version. Midwich Elementary. I'll bring this up again in the game. There was an enemy. I forget what it's called. I don't remember what they're called, but they're essentially children, more or less. Not exactly. Because it takes place in a school, it's meant to represent Alessa's time in school. And all those that did wrong are trapped in that form, and the inside of them are burning. They were replaced with a different enemy in the Japanese version. I wonder what they're gonna do for this remake. Will they keep it? Or will they replace it there? I don't know. Or will they still split it that way, like they did back then? I guess time will tell. I don't know. Man, I can't. I just realized Alchemilla Hospital is gonna be so fucking freaky. Oh, God. I wonder if they'll keep the laser gun. They did at least keep the chainsaw. I wish they kept what's his face's weapon. I guess they sort of did keep his Pyramid Head's sword, I guess. Not exactly in the same capacity, because James was able to use it as a weapon for the rest of the game. Not so much in the remake. Hey, I guess it's not it's not a detrimental loss or anything. You only really got to have it during the last bit, anyway. Like throughout the hotel and all that. But at least we get the chainsaw. That's something. Although there was a lot more melee weapons in the first game. I wonder if they're gonna keep those. And on the repeat playthroughs, there's the chainsaw, the laser pistol. I think there's something else, but I don't remember what. I'm hoping they do 3, complete the trilogy. I don't see why not. And I'll at least be able to say that I let's played the first 3. I don't foresee any more after that being remade, but maybe. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? Because he's a basic bitch. I believe it has to do with her name, I do believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Androgynous? Oh. Yeah, I see. Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' sex. And so he simply picked the wrong sex to go with. What? What is going on? Show me the killer. This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. Does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just gonna spit out more lieballs? What? More lies. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But he's speaking pig Latin. I don't know what he's saying. He's asking if you swear. Certainly not. But I know all the words. Here we go. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request to show the murder of Juan Cardita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. A man, woman. May I call you man, lady? So he took his job for a letter. The letter that Johnny Walker read. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. If you receive a Dear John letter, that means you're getting broken up with. I think. I'm probably wrong. I don't really remember. But Shinji's definitely lying. No, I'm not! Oh, yeah, the radio. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay, like we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Two, three. 2 or 3 other things? Yes. And what were those other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? Well, I can't continue if I do. It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Maybe he'll just break the radio instead. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes. Everything I have said from the beginning has nothing been beneficial to your client. So I wonder what is pushing you to continue this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one... Wait! Oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Well, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that bear figure. I was finding that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where is that figurine? It was inside Mr. Cartier's suitcase. And then... What did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just said in your testimony. What you said before when you... Witness, please include... I just said that. As you wish. Oh, wait. Crescent. My bad. Found this figurine at Mr. Unyard's mansion. You gave it to Miss Andrews, and what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Ungard, I'm sure. Makes sort of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? There is a definite contradiction. So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews, but I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what? Dr. Wright? Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Ms. Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at Ungard Mansion. Is that correct? Yes, where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? This is a battle of wits. Can't let up on him. I don't think it's possible Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Shelley the killer? If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item? This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Sometimes I hate that, Judge. Your Honor, please think back to Ms. Andrews' testimony. I was gonna burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Order! So that's where you two are going. So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Order!
Mr. Phoenix, right? I'm sure I mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of the agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough! That is your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please.
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
No, please, not that. Please wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this child to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
Yeah. What? Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Isn't there the need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are... The prosecution rests. What's going on around here? Prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. The prosecution rests with no further questions. Then, the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that showing that the killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Let's just prove that false. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Bring the trial here right now, and your client, man on guard, would be declared innocent. And in this place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Ms. Andrews would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions. She will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, man on guard, to the stand.
We're bringing her in for testimony. We're bringing her in for questioning.
The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did you guys finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Arnott? One of the atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing extreme grease crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life? Ready, Maya? You're getting on guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I do that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Ms. Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Give the choice I make, someone's life is gonna end. For bringing it, I mean, for questioning. All Andrews are the one I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. The person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, and your client, man on yacht, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is gonna say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ongard, is... This is not the choice for the ending. I want to make that clear. We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Ongard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Ongard is... Ow! Bitch! You didn't have to whip me! We're just come on karma! What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them, the final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine. And his injuries are minor. All the items are inside of this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anyway. I apologize for his ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. You want inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. The final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Ms. Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. I'm sorry, it's a little emotional. That is all we can hope for. First item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? No. Does the pistol have any relation to this case? You have yet to perform ballistics tests, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. That's the pistol they used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. Get the bullet they removed from my shoulder as sort of a memento. Like father, like daughter. I'm sure it would be an excellent sample for the test. That's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. Probably not gonna help us very much. Second piece of evidence is this videotape. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Yeah, but I would speculate that this tape is very important. How'd you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for his hideout? That's right. Looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley the killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. That's my uniform! Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it, the killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. What is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? Very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Someone's uniform added to the court record. That's all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing, it is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these three items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Ms. Von Carmen. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Just the end. I'm saving right here because we're about to get our... What you do next will determine your ending. Phoenix? I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far, you can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are two ways out of the situation for us. Two? The first... Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way... Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let mine go. Man, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty towards his client above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what it always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? I'm gonna make a better save here, so I don't have to go through all of that. Person needs the evidence? The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we've come to know the truth. But there's one person who has yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. That truth may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the person evidence to... Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time. Tell them, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? Oh God. I see. And now, tell the court what one piece of evidence you would like to show him. This is my decisive proof. The shows. No, let's be more reasonable. I kind of wish I could go back there and change that to Mad on guard and present the gun and shoot him. Anyway. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Ms. Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow this defense to continue. What? No one understands what you were talking about anymore. Wait, please, one more That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant... Matt Onguard... not guilty. Yes, everybody cheered for the guy you were just condemning. That is all. This court is adjourned. And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom. Sorry, it's a little emotional for me. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Ms. Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty of murder, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to be. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The bad ending. If that's the case, then who needs it? This time we do the correct ending. The person who needs the evidence? The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have all seen the pieces of evidence. Is that how we've come to know the truth? But there's one person who has yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. The truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I've already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try? One try, that is all it will permit. I have to try to remember. Everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? I want you to think. Remember. Remember earlier. Way earlier. The first trial. Not the first trial. While we were investigating the second time. We found this in this bear. It was running during the time that Cordita was killed. Means it captured him on camera. That videotape. He doesn't know about it. For the good ending you present, you select Shelly the Killer. Tell this card what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. And you select the videotape. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceivers from earlier. Alright, looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence?
I don't know how I'm gonna do that through a video. Come to think of it. Yes, what is all I need? I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Well, you know the contents of this tape.
I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you were on this tape.
Me? Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded.
What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted the camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you. Excuse me.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did man on film the crime scene? The reason why he did it was that it's my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. You were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't about blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Fuck, we broke it again.
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are.
Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them
to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client.
I have one question for the witness.
Yes?
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony.
You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
What if the traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
Well, that's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity. I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Oh, I get it. This is how we turn this case around.
Mr. Wright? Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
What the? I'm not an item! My eyes, I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. The trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I actually am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there. Ow! This one karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. He's shitting bricks. Mr. Ongard, looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video.
Help me.
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? He finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix, plead whichever way your heart tells you. Hi, Chief.
I don't remember what I have to click.
Oh, plead guilty here. Okay. And Ongard? Even though I am a liar, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? Me, my wonderful self, guilty? Even if you got an acquittal the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger, no matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty! Oh, God. As always, looks like we have uncovered the real truth. Me? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is man on guard? I have left Ms. Uncommon in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes, I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. I don't have enough time. Or may, I don't know, I'd rather not take the chance. Yeah, the ending in a shorter video, I guess. Till then, I'm Ryuiki, goodbye.